ready for the second half of NPK. We have 8 more races to go. 4 regular, 4 no prep elite, whatever that means. But first,
What's that mean though?
it's elite. Only the elites
That
know.
means that I feel like I'm an elite. I don't know.
I feel like you are no prep elite. But before we head out, we're gonna go see our guys at RamJack. So even to this day, you know, RamJack's been on board with us for a couple of years now. Every single race we go to. So what is RamJack? Well, we made a video. We went to the shop last year, I think it was.
And we looked at
We look at everything they made. Like they've got patents on all kinds of stuff. Like it's a foundation repair company. They drive these things into the ground till they hit bedrock, and then they lift your house up and fix the foundation cracks. Well, they've got a project today. It's pretty close to us. Not you know, it's not like it's near to us, but it's close that we can drive to it.
Yeah, physically close.
Yeah. This house is like 4 months old, like brand new house. And man,
And it is failing.
dude.
So I think what's happening these days, those turkeys out there.
Yep. Oh no, those is gooses.
Oh, that's some geese out there. So I think what happens is the house builders these days come in and they do everything so quick that they don't give any of the foundation any time to set and, you know, get that good rain, pack it down. I don't know.
Well, they try to do it so cheap and make so much money that they just slam it all together and here you go, here's your house. And then people are buying these $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 houses that,
I mean, it's up in Edmond.
oh yeah, no, I'm sure.
Aaron looked it up, and I think that's right around the range of the house market up there.
I'm sure. I know what I just paid for my old house and what you just paid for your new house.
And you can't even tell people that you live in Edmond.
No, thank God. You know, we've been to RamJack. We've seen, you know, the models of how their stuff works, but we've never seen it in person. Well, today we're headed to a job site where they're fixing this basically brand new house, and we're going to see how this stuff works. You know, personally, I want to drive one in the ground myself.
I just want to see all the equipment and how far down they go and all the stuff that tells them how far down they are. And like anybody who does the stuff that we do and doesn't like big machinery,
Oh, dude.
there's something wrong.
So I
like big machinery.
I've lived several different lives before I met you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I did was run heavy equipment. It was fun, man. Like,
Yes.
it was fun. So I'm all about heavy equipment.
Yeah. Well, also, I was a digger operator, which is exactly what your dad did.
Yeah, you're basically, that's what they're doing out here, it sounds like.
Yes.
Essentially.
So I love big machinery like that, and I love things that, I don't know. I'm not good at, like, I can't get on a bulldozer. I can get on a bulldozer and drive it. I can't get on one and, like, Chuck, a lot of people don't realize how good Chuck is on dozers and bobcats.
I'm pretty good.
And yeah, dude, I've seen Chuck, like, you can do it. You can make it happen. But Chuck, he's at home on them things, man.
Yeah.
Like, he's the one who spread everything before they built the shop over at my old house.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
some people just can run machines.
Yep.
So, I felt like I was like that on a digger. And then I felt like since I was like that on a digger, I could be like that on anything else too. It just takes a little bit of time to get used to it.
Yeah, you just got to figure out where everything's at and where
if you're
it's
an
moving when
operator, you're an operator.
Where it's moving when you pull the joystick. So we're headed, I don't know, about an hour from the shop right now-ish, and we're going to see how RamJack operates and what they do on site, and we're going to show you guys what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like, we pretty much got the car ready. It's in the trailer. It's loaded. The only thing that we were doing this morning was, I don't know if everybody realizes it, but we've had, 3 days of really nice weather in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
And now today is a heat advisory. Now, the day before we get back on the road to start traveling, it's going to be 110 again.
Yeah, it was like 70 degrees for the last 3 days, and now today it's going to be 98 again. They didn't even warm us up to it. It just 70, 98.
And then tomorrow, I think, is going to be 100 plus.
Yeah, you know we'll be going through Kansas.
And we got to drive through Kansas. So this morning, basically what we did was we put the tire pressure sensors on the Little Pete and the trailer. We already have them on my rig.
Yeah.
But you know, we need to do a little maintenance to them. It'll definitely save. Doesn't always save the tire. Usually the tire's on its way out, but it can save the side of your rig.
Yep. So I think we'll probably do a video on those. It's definitely not a paid advertisement, but I think it's a super cool option that everyone should look into if you're pulling trailers like we do.
Yeah.
We get them on Amazon, but anyways, we'll touch more on that later. They're really cool, super simple to install, and I want to show them to everybody. So, but for now, we're gonna go ahead.
Now, look at that. Why does Casey's have a truck?
They gotta service their gas stations.
Man,
making all that money. They should sponsor a no prep elite.
I know. And we'd just be eating pizza all the time.
Yup. So we will turn this camera back on when we get up to where it smells like home.
And we're not going that far.
Oh, we're not?
No, we're on the west side of Hefner Parkway.
Oh, okay.
Out there by the plant.
Yeah, even better.
Yeah.
Even better. Even better.
Out up in Great Edmond. We'll hear the bells ring and you know, the Golden Gates and all that stuff whenever we cross up into Edmond.
Yeah.
Which is what everybody from Edmond
That's what
believes.
everyone thinks happens when you cross over. So this is the house in question. It's essentially a new house, right?
Well, we talked about, I said nobody lives here, and then I said, ooh man, people live here, and then they kicked them out so that they could do this. So I'm sure they're really happy about it.
Yeah.
So
This is Doug Dennison. He's our RamJack representative up here, owns American Leveling RamJack. So
that's the one that's not too far from where my Morgan house, where I used to live. Right over by that new, yes, by the new Brahms.
Yeah.
I associate everything by food.
yeah,
So right there by the new Brahms.
it's right behind Brahms.
Right behind Brahms, got the big. I've sent
Ram house.
I've sent Dusty the picture of the Ram in the front before,
Yeah.
while eating at that Brahms.
Yep.
So yeah.
You can walk them through and talk about it.
So we've seen all these. We saw all these get made.
Yes, we've seen the guys weld them up and seen how the augers got cut out and everything.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is already not how I pictured it. I figured this was an outside deal. No, there are
So
some.
the interior slab is settled, right?
Yeah.
So the beauty of this system is it's point loaded. So a lot of companies try to inject. So when you inject fluids underneath or foam or anything,
Like from the outside.
from the inside, from the top,
okay.
so it goes through voids or the path of least resistance, right? And then it can lift. If you're pumping at the wall, it can lift in the open floor.
Yeah.
Well, in this case, we will screw these anchors into the ground, and it's point loaded, and we will be able to pick it up exactly where we want
Wherever
to.
you want it.
Yeah.
So how do you know that it needs to be lifted right here? Like,
So
is it cracked on the outside of the house and all that?
You can see,
Oh. Yeah.
and then you can't see it because of plastic, but there's a gap underneath that base of it there. So you can get your fingers underneath.
Yeah, this isn't what I expected whenever I came in here.
Yeah, no, I'd kick the people out of here too. You don't want people to see their house like this if they just spend a lot of money for it. Just want to see the end result.
So obviously you come in, auger a hole out.
That's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, we'll water-fed cores go. Take this out. Yeah,
That's what I saw too. The cores. The cores.
Popping out. Then we'll excavate down about shoulder depth. We'll screw this helix into the ground until it reaches its stored capacity. And then
Now, do those helix twist whenever they hit the solid ground, and then you know you're done?
we know they're done. They torque out. There's a pressure gauge too, right? And then we cut that shaft off. Install a cap on top of that with a bracket that butts to the bottom with it all thread.
The bottom of the concrete,
Yeah.
bottom of the foundation.
And then we can turn that over and lift these exactly where.
This is not at all what I pictured. Like, I thought y'all was gonna be outside. I didn't know that y'all came in here and did this.
This is 50, I think.
You're putting
got
50 of these?
50 of
50
these?
interior piles. So you can see all these holes. You have holes right here. You can see where they've started cutting them. Here,
Man.
So the
here,
issue with the
and then
slab,
you look
it's
any
only
weight
46
bearing
inches
wall.
thick.
Wow.
That'd be a sickening feeling, man.
So we'll inject it much
I mean,
sooner.
think about it from a homeowner's
Like
perspective, and
concrete.
it's all, you know, this is how we can tell is these cracks that start happening. You know, your house will actually says what's happening to it. You just got to know what to look for. Yeah.
It's been amazing.
To settle?
No, I think that, you know,
Oh,
All
wow.
that dirt's falling out, and then that's the hydraulic motor out there. That hydraulic motor is powering that drive head.
Wow. So that right up there on that trailer is...
that's 64 feet.
That's 64 feet down right now?
That's going 64 feet. So
69.
Before it hits solid enough.
So the lead that's out there in the yard,
Uh-huh.
what is that, a 5-footer? I think it's a 5-footer. So that's 5-footer. Those are 4-footers. So there's 16 extensions deep. It's just it's a lot of work in an interior. It's a little different outside. You can get taller stuff, but inside, I mean, see how it is? It just goes in. Once it gets to a point and it torques up, it locks up that pressure gauge. There, you're going to start seeing that pressure go up, and then they know based on the pressure, the torque that'll hold the weight that's necessary for this slab.
So is the pressure that you see, is that like a proprietary deal, or is that something that...
No. It's a helix, right?
It's based on our helix and all the testing and everything.
I gotcha.
Yeah, and the size of the blade and how much load it can carry. So
Obviously, whenever they start lifting this up, there's a void under there. So they put this stuff underneath there that dries like concrete to fill the void. So not only does it hold it up like on stilts, they also put more, basically, foundation underneath it.
That's going in fast.
It's not even close. That there's going to be a lot more, right?
Yeah.
It's soft in there. Yeah. He said that it's just bad luck. It's not because the house wasn't well built. He was like, this is a well-built house. He said I said, was it because they rushed the foundation? And he said, I don't think so. He thinks it's just from the earth moving. It's just bad luck.
That's how they're putting another extension.
So it's kind of like tripping pipe on a drilling rig almost.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
It's also the same thing as like whenever I used to build power line. I use this same system to put anchors, high helix anchors in the ground. And anywhere down by the coast or anything, like on storm breaks, I've put 16 sticks in the ground before. And then you can physically see ours. We didn't have a pressure gauge, but you could see ours twist. And once it started to twist, you knew you were walking.
Well, this is kind of the semblance of a wood screw into a piece of wood, right?
Yep.
You get that down to that piece of wood, it's going to bite and stop. This doesn't.
This is nothing.
It's not what I had pictured in my head. And I thought I knew. I thought I had a pretty good idea of what they did.
Yeah.
You know?
So there's a gap over here?
Yeah, he said underneath the baseboard there was a gap where it was falling.
What would you say was happening to this house whenever you came in? All the furniture and everything's in here. When you came in and did your first initial, you know.
The beauty of it when somebody lives here is that they notice all the signs first, and then they get to be pointed out to me. Yeah. And then I can domino it, right? I can walk around and say 1 + 1 is 2, and this is what needs to be here to here to here, right?
You guys talked about exterior piles. There are some exterior piles that have already been put on this house, and you can't see them now because once we lift and do what we do, but you'll see cracks and different things, you know, on the outside of the house too. But like that crack there, that's a big one. The gaps underneath the baseboard is a big one. Windows, you see cracks on windows. Doors don't shut properly, you know, that type of thing. Those are all things that people should look at.
I have in my toter.
Yeah.
He's gonna fire this up in a second. It'll be really loud.
It's all right. We're used to loud things. So once you guys leave here, say they have another crack in 6 months, what happens then? You just come back?
We're responsible to adjust. Knock wood.
Yeah, yeah.
These interiors are, I mean, almost fail-proof, right? The capacity that the pier can hold and the weight of the slab, generally engineers want a safety factor of 2. This has got to be 5, 6, 7 in that range. So this is, as long as it's piered right, because you can't overstretch the floor, it should hold up forever and ever and ever.
Foundation of the RamJack pier. It's a big pier. Basically,
So, a lot different than what I had pictured for sure. Very interesting process. I can't imagine being the homeowner and this being your reality on a brand new house.
Or these other homeowners that are watching all
Even
this
worse.
work go on.
Even worse.
And knowing that they just bought a house right next to this house that's getting all this work.
Yeah.
Especially like these people.
Yes. Or that one with the for sale sign down there in front of it.
Yeah.
They're going to have some questions come up.
They shouldn't have an open house today.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
No, I honestly thought we was gonna pull up. They was gonna, you know, be digging underneath. Figure we see some cracks in this, you know.
Yeah.
But which there might be.
Did you put any on this side?
We've already piered this wall. You
Oh,
can't
really?
Yeah, you can't even tell that.
No. Can't even tell y'all been here.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, start to finish, you know, obviously the customer calls you, says, hey, I think I got a problem. You come out, assess the situation. You know, from that time till when you get them fixed up, about how long is the process?
As far as, usually it's 24 hours they get an estimate. Right? And then generally we're 3 to 5 weeks before we can get to it.
Okay.
And then on a big project like this, they had to do some things to move out.
Right.
So
Do they always have to move out?
That's what, no.
You do a lot of houses with
Yeah.
people just live in.
The majority of them we do living in it. So, and then from that, turnkey like this one, you know, probably takes them around a week, right, all the way around. So,
Okay.
Yeah, for everything.
So is this one kind of, is this one on the worst side of the scale, or is this one kind of normal?
it's pretty normal.
Pretty normal?
Yeah.
Wow. Man,
There
that's
are
scary.
some that we've done that are, you know, 6-8 inches settled. That
Golly.
you know,
That's whenever you're seeing some dramatic, you're seeing some gaps,
Yeah.
like you can stick your hand through.
Yeah.
You know, or one corner of the house is completely sunk. I mean, and just shit, it's bad. You
Yeah.
know, but that's where our
the big
technology.
problem is we're on dense clay soils, right?
Uh-huh.
So what people do is like we had 6 inches of rain. So now the soil is heaving, right? And now it's giving them a false sense of, hey, everything's good right now.
Yeah.
So then they let it go. And then what happens is generally this is the way it works. Let's say it settles an inch, right? And then it comes back 3/4 of an inch. And then it settles another half, comes back 3/4. Now we've got a gap, right? So people wait until I'm too late, and then there you get the big
Yeah.
gaps, right? So
Man, scary.
People just have to pay attention to cracks and, you know, different things that are going on in their house. But and a lot of times you just get used to it. You know, people go years. There's a crack that's been there when they bought the house. It was fine when they bought it, and they go years and years and years, and they go to sell it, and the inspector comes in and says, hey, we have something wrong with the foundation, and then they call us. And then, you know, and it's just, but if people had taken care of it in the first go around when they noticed the crack, it would have saved them money in the long term. In the long run.
Look, it's no different than I've been driving this car for 10 years.
Yeah.
All this stuff is wrong with it. I go to sell it, I fix all that stuff before I sell it.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Whenever, like what we talked about with the Little Pete, if one thing goes wrong with that, we trust this truck to take us all over the country. We need that one thing fixed, because otherwise, it's
a snowball effect.
It's a snowball effect. You let one thing go, and then the next thing you know, you're driving a piece of shit across the country, and you break down. So
a lot of it.
I've had houses. I have 2 or 3 rent houses right now. I've never even checked on any of this stuff.
Yeah.
That I should, you know, but it's another one of them things that you don't ever think about anything like this until you get older, and then you start buying your own stuff. It's like you didn't care about your dad's tools when you was little.
No.
You know why? Because you ain't got a dime in them. You know, and now I look at my tools and I go, where's that at? And I need it found. You know, it's things like that. It's like everything else in life. It's not a problem until you get older, and then it's a problem.
Yeah, it's not a problem, so it's a problem. Yeah. The other thing is, you know, a lot of times it's going to be drainage. Anytime the water's standing next to your foundation, trees are a big deal. You know, a lot of these developments, you know, they require you as an HOA, you have to have a tree in the yard. Well, trees suck up a lot of what? They suck up water. Yeah. Well, they're sucking water. Say then you have a leak underneath your house, and it's just feeding that tree. Well, what's those roots doing? Those roots are growing up underneath. Yeah. So roots are an issue. Drainage is an issue. I mean, there's a lot of things that people don't think about that are affecting their foundation. So it's just an educational process that people have to go through when we grow up.
Yeah.
And we start
or get older anyways.
Yeah. And we have to do the adulting part of life.
That's right. Stuff that you don't want to spend your money on or you don't want to deal with, but you got to.
Yeah, this is not fun money.
Yeah. No, because at the end of the day, you ain't got nothing to show for it.
It just maintains
maybe no
the
cracks.
value.
That's right.
A little peace of mind.
Yep. You got peace of mind, but you can't look at it because it's covered up under the soil.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Under cement, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You can tell all your buddies though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Just like when we looked at all y'all's stuff and y'all powder coat everything and make it look really nice. Nobody will ever see it.
I know. But we know it looks good.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I mean, we powder coat frames of cars.
Yep. Every day.
It gets dirty and nasty, and you know, never see it.
I'm glad we got to see how it actually works. You know, we've been to the shop and we've seen the models and everything, but it's cool to actually see it here in person.
Yeah, even though we had been and seen everything.
Yeah, it's different when you're seeing the process.
Yeah, it's different. So it's pretty cool that everybody else will get to see it, because honestly, man, we get asked all the time, so what does RamJack do?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, foundation repair.
This is it.
Yep. So
this is it.
It's pretty cool. Like, I'm pretty upset that I didn't get on a machine and put a pier in. But
I think we should just go take over that drill.
At some point, we're flip-flops and everything, just like this. Yeah. I'd have the weight side down where I could get on that thing.
For sure.
Tell that guy in there, here, let me show you something, man.
That bar flip out, you'd be riding on top of it. Yep.
Cool deal.
I could see that bar flipping out, though, and causing some damage.
Oh, man.
Going through the walls. And...
Oh, dude. It would not care about things.
Yeah. So this is Doug Dennison again, American Leveling RamJack. He's the guy in Oklahoma City, killing it. And then whenever you guys are coming back from, I believe, Michigan, it's like October 4th, 5th, 6th, sometime in that range, RamJack's gonna have a booth at Tulsa State Fair. Your race is in Tulsa. If you guys could swing by and come hang out, we can announce it, put it on Facebook, let you guys tell everybody, you know, social media stuff, let them know when y'all are going to be there, if that's cool with y'all, if y'all want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna admit something that sounds kind of probably dumb.
What?
I had no idea that Tulsa had a state fair.
Oh yeah, I've been to it.
I had no idea. I thought Oklahoma City was the only one that had a state fair, and it was the state fair of Oklahoma.
The people in Tulsa say theirs is better.
Well, there's always been that rivalry between the 918 and the 405, always.
Yep.
We normally win.
All I care about is that they got good corn dogs. I hope they have good corn dogs.
Any fried foods is going to be good. And
fried Oreos.
If you can't have a good time people watching at a state fair, then there's probably no help for you. Maybe go to the Golden Corral. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a booth set up. explaining what RamJack does, seeing if anybody needs any help. If
You
guys
should-
can-
you
We'll
should
probably
let
be there
Sean explain.
demonstrating some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we drill some holes and like repair
Yeah.
their foundation at the fair?
You know what we'll do? I'll see if we can't get a Mini X up there with a driver, and we'll let y'all put some.
Yeah.
we'll
I'm
let
the
y'all
driver.
install.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the driver?
Yeah.
I was thinking
Yeah.
say, no, I'm a driver.
No.
I got that covered.
Yeah.
We know that. I'm
Yeah.
saying a helical pier drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, man. Like,
Have Sean do some demos.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then there's like a ton of people from the shop that want to come up to that Tulsa race, and then
it's
we'll all-
cool that y'all's gonna be there the same time we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like normally things like that don't work
Yeah,
out.
it don't work out. But that was, I noticed that hair you had on.
I
your
know.
nose. I was like, is that
Dude,
attached?
it's like it's blowing. No, it's not attached.
That's good.
It's somebody else's hair.
Yeah.
It's obviously not mine.
Yeah.
I don't have any hair. So
But yeah, man, that's cool. And then your hats that we gave you.
Yep.
Check those out. So I mean, everything's good to go.
Y'all been bragging about them hats for a long time.
Well,
I was
Scott
wondering when I was gonna get them.
He was holding them hot. Scott was.
He's told me for about 3 months, hey, we got some hats for you. That's cool, man. What are you
Scott
holding
was
on to
holding
them?
Scott was holding them hostage for some reason. I'm like, what are you holding them hostage for, bro?
I finally texted him the other day and said, well, we're about to leave town again, man. We gonna get them hats y'all been bragging about or what? So they're a little bit different. They're a lot more like us. This is over here
Yeah.
and smaller to the
Yeah.
side. So, and then they obviously realized that I wear my hats backwards a lot, so they put the RamJack on the back.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Marketing.
that's right.
marketing.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, I do think it's cool though that we will be in Tulsa at the same time as their state fair. So I think it'll be fine.
So we're locking that in.
Yeah. No, I'm good with it.
We'll see y'all
figure
at
out
the
the
Tulsa
details.
State
You
Fair.
guys can post it out there, and we'll post it out there, and we'll figure out whenever you guys are coming home and that type of thing, and we'll work it out.
Perfect.
But it will be cool to see you. They're probably going to be mad when they see this video that I'm promising that we're going to have a Mini X and all this stuff there.
Make it
Hey,
happen, man.
Whatever.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
I
It'll
mean,
be
if we got to
fun.
bring our own, we'll rent one somewhere or something.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll figure it out. So.
Who
But,
knows? It'll be fun no matter what. So like
I'm
like I
just
said,
glad you
we'll at
guys
least go to
actually
the
see
state
what
fair.
we do. You know what I mean?
For sure. Like we said, man, not anywhere close to what I was imagining.
It's cool though. Like
for sure.
it would be man, whenever I look at things, and I know I said this whenever we were there, whenever I look at a job site like this or go somewhere, I always think about what it would be like if I did that job, if I worked there. You know what I mean? This is something different every day. It's part of the reason that I liked the power line job that I used to have. Something different. You're not doing the same stuff every day. It might be along the same lines, but it's always, your job site is always changing.
Right.
You're going different places. Like I feel like that this would be a cool job. I know I said that.
Yeah.
It would, because the way that y'all treated y'all's employees and stuff down there.
Right.
I thought that the blanket of RamJack would be cool to work for because of, you know, it seemed like all y'all's employees were happy.
The cool thing from, obviously you were at the manufacturing plant, but the cool thing from a customer perspective is people like Doug's been doing this forever. It seems like 38 years. You know, he can walk in and diagnose a house, and he's actually helping them fix the problem, not a symptom. He goes in and diagnoses it. He don't always put piers on a house. You know, there's homes that don't need it.
Yeah.
But for them to be able to take care and give this family the satisfaction of knowing that their home is taken care of, you know, hopefully forever, that it just gives them peace of mind. And it's just cool, but I wanted you guys to see it because it is different. You know, we build a great product, but it's only as good as it is that once it goes in the ground and if they can sell it. And
Right.
you know, Doug sells the dog out of these things up here in Oklahoma City. So.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool process.
No, man, it's cool. I'm just glad you guys got to come by and check it out.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you letting us come and check it out, man. It's good to meet you. It's pretty cool.
Man, that's pretty cool.
Hey, look, I don't care who you are. Like I thought it was gonna be cool,
Oh, for sure.
and then once we got there, it was nothing what I thought it was gonna be.
No.
Like honestly, man, I don't know what it is. I think it's just as I get older, and you know how our life is. I don't really know how to put this.
Fast paced.
It could also change like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the life as we know it. Like we hear people all the time say things like, "Oh, you live in the dream," and this and that. You know, like.
Yeah.
And in the gist of it, man, we really are.
Oh, for sure.
We really
for sure.
are. Like, otherwise, we wouldn't do it.
Exactly.
It has its ups and downs, and we do so much more work than what anybody ever even realizes.
Yes.
Like, take some of the people that race MPK, and that is just a portion of our life.
Yes.
It's a big portion.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big portion.
Okay.
But take somebody who travels around with us. Mike Bowman, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
He's even told me before, I don't know how y'all do this, man. He has 100% raced pro mod for years.
Yes.
Like, he is a pro mod guy, and he's like, I just don't know how you guys do this schedule, and you do this, and it's this much, and man, it's a lot. You know, we know it is a lot.
It is a lot.
You know, so, but what I'm getting at is all that could change. Like, what if somebody said, hey, MPK's over?
Yeah.
All that could change. Obviously, the TV show's not here anymore.
Uh-huh.
And so, as of right now, all we're really doing is MPK. All that could change. So I think I look at things differently as I get older. Obviously, I'm my family's provider.
Uh-huh.
If MPK did end, I'm always thinking, what's next? What's next? What's next? And obviously, we're going to continue doing what we're doing, you know? But I always look at things like, man, dude, this is a solid-ass job.
Yeah.
You know, and then you look, and I've always thought that from whenever we went and did the walk around of RamJack.
Yes.
I was like, all the employees seem happy. They're all smiling. Like, literally, we walked into their job site, and they're all happy. They're all bullshitting with each other, talking. It seems like they treat their employees good. I just feel like RamJack would be, I get it, guys. They're a sponsor.
Well, no, but besides that, so, you know, I look at things even maybe a little differently, but kind of the same. So what I seen was all the way from the bottom, and, you know, not the bottom in a derogatory manner, but the guys doing all the work in the shop, all the way up to Justin, who's the CEO. They're all excited about what they have going on there. And man, that's cool to me, because not everyone is excited about what they do in life, right? Like they just aren't. They don't.
There's definitely excitement whenever Justin's explaining things.
Yes.
On how things
yes,
work.
and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of the way that I used to be with Powerline.
Yeah.
Like, Powerline is a very prideful job.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's honestly, man, aside from
Like, you wouldn't be cool if your poles leaned like that.
I mean, it would need to be straightened a little bit, but it's been there for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
And that it did have kind of a dog leg in it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, firemen, that's a prideful job. There's a handful of very, very prideful jobs. Not that every job out there doesn't have
Every
people who are proud
job,
of their jobs.
You should, no matter what you do, be the best at it, or at least try to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, put the effort in to be the best.
Yeah, but
at
you know
it.
as well as I do, man. There's many people who just get up and they go to work and they.
I don't know. I've been there, man.
Yeah, no, I have too. Nobody wants to go to a job that they hate.
Yeah.
It is my whole deal. And I always think, worst case scenario, man, hey, I'll go get a job at RamJack.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Like, look, hey, I get it, man. You guys used to sponsor me. Yo, man, can I get a job?
Yep. I'm gonna still need some money.
You never know.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's a cool company. Yeah, they're a sponsor, so, you know, of course, some of you guys in the comments are saying
But the only reason that we know how cool of a company that they are, and how prideful of a company that they are, and how they treat their employees, is because they are a sponsor of ours.
Yeah.
Not that if they quit giving us money tomorrow, that wouldn't change my feelings.
No.
It wouldn't change the fact that I think that RamJack is a good company.
Yes. Yes, they are.
I thought that about a bunch of companies that we've went to. We did a deal here a while back that we thought ProCharger, we thought Aeromotive,
QA1, ProCharger, QA1, Aeromotive.
The QA1 is the one I was thinking about that was very, very.
They are cool.
Yes.
They I didn't realize how much they actually did here in America.
Yes.
But
So, and I'm sure that there's a whole lot of other successful companies. That's like key to being successful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that there's a lot of them out there. Now, we may not have dealings with them, so we may not know about it.
Yeah.
You know?
But these are the
also,
ones
I companies out there who don't treat their employees good, and they don't, you know, they're not prideful with things, and, you know, they just don't really seem to last.
Yep.
We try to align ourselves with good companies that make good products, and that tends to be to roll over into the products that they make.
Yep.
Anyways, it's just pretty cool. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought that there was going to be people outside,
machinery everywhere,
lifting the side of it up whenever we walk in, and there's just holes everywhere.
Man,
it's pretty cool though.
Everywhere. So, But yeah, pretty cool. You know, a ton of you guys ask what RamJack is, what they do.
Yes, we did this video because we wanted people to see, and not to mention we wanted to see
wanted
too.
to see it. So
we still didn't get a chance to run the machinery.
Yeah, you know,
Like,
I feel like they're gonna make that happen at the fair though.
The fair could be cool.
Yeah. So we'll touch on the fair more later on as we get closer to it. But Tulsa State Fair, I believe it's in October, but around the same time where we're going to be racing there. But again, we'll touch on that more later. We hope you guys enjoyed seeing the process. I know we did, and you know, I'm sure that won't be the last job site we go to with them, and we'll show you some more stuff. Maybe we'll go to
especially once they hire us.
Yeah, for
whenever
sure.
all this deal's over.
I'll just wear a GoPro every day. And
we can run our own jobs.
yep. We'll still have a YouTube channel. It'll just be a little bit different.
Yep.
And you know, but
we'll go, man, guys, this house was crazy messed up. Look at this.
Yep. You know, so hope you enjoyed it. We will see you. I don't know if this video will have come out before we get to Washington, or anyways, we're gonna see you on the next video. And go ahead, click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like the video, comment, all of that good stuff, and we'll see you next time.
And as always, bear with us, guys. We're you know, like we said, man, MPK takes up a lot of our time right now, but
It does.
we ain't abandoned everything else that we got going on.
No,
All those projects that we got going
They're
on,
just
they're still there.
piling
They're still there.
just piling up.
You know, everything flooded. Look, everything is flooded everywhere here
Yes.
right now.
So
We
much
talked
rain.
about, you know, if we weren't such losers, we'd have an airboat. Now is the time for the airboat.
I know, man. We missed out on
So
that
many
deal.
projects that we just don't have yet.
I know.
We need to sell some stuff.
We just need
To make room for more
Oh,
projects.
yeah.
We don't have room.
Yeah, true.
We need some money too, though.
We do need some money. So if anyone got some extra money, we'll figure out how you can get it to us.
We take everything, like Venmo.
Venmo,
Yeah, Cash
check,
App.
Cash
Except
App,
Aaron, she
PayPal.
can't.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the whole gambling deal?
Yeah, Aaron got caught gambling.
Aaron got caught gambling.
She's got a problem.
Cash
She's
App
getting-
took away.
She's getting help for it.
She's so upset that she doesn't have a Cash
Gosh,
App.
she's big mad on us for that
Yes.
deal. So, anyways, we'll see y'all next time.